It is only the flyest podcast in the land, and this one is a little different. We're not going to talk about blood and guts, but we're going to talk about when you know you win it, and why they so mad at Dave Chappelle. They say, I screwed up. Netflix Ted Sarandos addresses Dave Chappelle fallout. So basically what they saying is that he got pressed over this Dave Chappelle situation, but the real he is that he getting pressed and have to explain, and Dave ain't did no explaining. We'll be right back on the Keep It P podcast.
Yo, ladies and gentlemen, TZ Vaughn Savage and Jay Lava is in the fucking building with the Keep It P podcast, motherfucker.
Here we go. I ain't went nowhere, boy.
Warning. You're about to be distracted.
I'm doing too much. Hold on. Oh. Who is that? Dave is not doing anything, not doing any explaining. I like that. B1. For sure. About now, where you tapping in from? Because once you tap in, you know you family, right? Hold on real quick. Let me get this in some sort of kind of law and order here. I'm a little off today for some reason. I don't get it. But where you tapping in from, friendly? Once you tap in, you fan. Where you tapping in from? But let me pull this up so I can connect with you. There we go. This is the Keep It P podcast, where we take news, situations, everyday occurrences, and indeed we show how one could have and could not have been keeping it P. Not trying to tell you what to think, trying to show you how to think when you find yourself mixed up in an anti-black racist war propaganda machine being perpetuated by the lamestream media. Then you got the Democrats and the Republicans, both bipartisan, super saying 94-1, Indianapolis in the motherfucking house. Not on the crime bill, man. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, I rocked in GI for a minute, man. I know a little something about Indiana, but let's get to this. Now, the reason why I'm doing this on some I can never be as so eloquent as Professor Black Truth. That's his thing, but I have learned to he showed me how to think. So that's what I think. That's probably why I say that to y'all. Like, because listening to some of the people that I respect in their journalism, like, they don't tell you what to think. They show you how to think about shit. So I think that's why I incorporated what I said. Like, I show you how to think about shit. So this one I picked out. No, actually, I didn't pick it out. I'm sorry. Mr. Vaughn Savage picked it out because he knows me. He knows how my mind works. And he knew I would pick this up. But we got the owner of Netflix got to do some explaining. What's up? Who that is? Keep feet out. Mom's in the house. That's what's up. So it says, I screwed up. Now, first off, out the gate, Dave Chappelle didn't even say he screwed up about nothing. He said what he said and kept it moving. I said what I said. This is a bad look, and they don't like this right now. And you notice how hey, what's up, mommy? Annette B. You notice how, like, in this article, I read it a little bit too. I usually don't read the articles, but I wanted to make sure that I could articulate this one the right way. In this article, there are going to be suggestions made that are you gonna take Dave Chappelle's down now that you got some backlash? Like, they trying to bully Cuz. He's staying firm, but it's funny how he gets pressed by the alphabet people. Anyway, here you go. Netflix co-CEO Ted Sarandos is speaking out over continued criticism of Dave Chappelle's comedy special, The Closer. On the eve of the planned employee walkout at the streaming giant, organized by trans and LGBTQ staffer, content creators, and allies, Sarandos addressed numerous points related to the jokes from Chappelle that have increased the trans community and being labeled as harmful. So they said a lot in that whole little paragraph there. Basically, they wanted to tie the drama. They want to make sure you know it's the LGBTQ, tie it to Dave Chappelle, who they think should really be getting the heat for this, and making sure that when speaking in terms of him, it's harmful. But he's the one that's allowing it on his platform. But watch how they don't turn it around. Like, well, they press him, but they ain't gonna give him the same treatment. Watch this. Oh, this one also has bullet points. I hate bullet points, so I'm gonna skip them. The events around the closer have represented the rare blunder for Sarandos and Netflix, whose deep pockets and warm relationships with talents have been transformative for the global entertainment sector for close to a decade. They said a lot there. Now, they tried to throw out like elitist, deep pockets, and warm relationships. So basically saying that they pay to play, like they put their money where their mouth is to get in positions that they want to get in. Like all of them up there do, but it's just funny how they pointing fingers. Anyway, it says in our conversation, he admits up front that he screwed up. And I know, right? You know what I'm saying? He screwed up in handling the employee concerns and talks more specifically about what the company does and does not consider hate speech. So basically what that's saying is, oh, y'all gonna let that nigga say what he's saying and you cool with it? Well, what do you consider hate speech then? If the nigger boy can get away with saying what he want, then we get to tell everybody what's hate speech because we the LGBTQ, and if you say something we don't like, we So what do you consider hate speech? They pressing this nigga. And this is funny. It says, it even has a fucking survey. Tuesday question and answer in Variety. Do you agree? Do you have any regrets about how this process was handled, especially your internal communication with employees? So now they questioning this nigga on how he run his business. Did you consider your employees' feelings when you just fired them? Because you know they was LGBT. Man, who that is? I can't see it. Let me see. Who that is? If you tapping in, let me see. Let me get your name. Aurora. Okay. Where you tapping in from? Do I remember? Keep it bro. Whistleblowers. Okay. Yeah. Can you keep it P on the Hasbro whistleblowers? I don't know. That's off topic, man. We got to make sure we do this real quick. Anyway, Ted Sarandos. Obviously, I grew up in an internal communication. I did that, and I screwed it up in two ways. Wow, he's copping, please. First and foremost, I should have led with a little more humanity. What? I bet you ain't talking about none of the black employees that you fired like that. People are trying to outright tell us we can't be in their space, but can't make up with us. Yeah, I feel that. But listen to this though. So you say he should have handled that with a little bit more humanity. Meaning, I had a group of employees who were definitely feeling pain and hurt from a decision we made, and I think that it needs to be acknowledged up front before you get into the nuts and bolts of everything. So when was the last time you was this compassionate, let's say, about a dark employee that maybe had a concern or a decision you made? Like maybe if you have any straight black men. He said California, my boy. Okay. I was just talking about that today. Yeah, off to it, but I don't like that phrase. I ain't saying you doing it with malicious intent, But I don't like that my boy shit, you know, cause that's almost like a sly ass nigga, you know, like especially from somebody, you know what I'm saying, that's not FBA, right? I noticed that's becoming a trend, and I'm not saying that's you, but what I'm saying is I ain't fucking with that. I was just talking to my kids in the car about that, like that my boy shit. I don't like that shit. But anyway, and thanks for apologizing for getting off topic. I'm still on it. But because I was deep into this point. Now you good, family, but I'm nah you straight. But I'm just saying, it's something to think about, something to grow on. Anyway, I had a group of it, so you got all of this goddamn, you got all this compassion all of a sudden because it's the LGBT crew pressing your ass. Then he said that was uncharacteristic of me. Oh, was it? He's like, and it was moving fast, and we were trying to answer some really specific questions that were floating. We landed with some things, and they were much more blanket, and a matter of fact, they're not as all accurate. So now he's explaining. Of course, storytelling has a real impact in the world, and I reiterate that because it's why I work here. It's why we do what we do. The impact can be hugely positive, and it can be quite negative. Talking about James Chappelle, huh? So I would have been better in that communication. They were joining a conversation already in progress, but out of context. But that's happened. Internal emails go out, and all of my communications, I should lean on my humanity up front. Nah, nigga, you did like a boss supposed to do, and you made motherfuckers follow the rules, and you instituted consequences. Shorty put his information out there and did that. Don't give a fuck about how hurt she was. She abused her power in the position that she was and tried to put my mans out there. Also, she conspired behind the company's back to defile the company. That's insubordination. She should have been terminated. But your ass up here explaining. They don't like that. Now watch the questions. This is what I found interesting. What is the protocol for defining hate speech at Netflix? What crosses the line and what doesn't? Press this nigga. We're trying to support creative freedom and artistic expression among with artists that work at Netflix. Sometimes we do make sure our employees understand this, but because of that, because we're trying to entertain the world is made up of folks with a lot of different sensibilities. Oh, you ain't talking about like the ones that where you got to put some bussy ass dude on force some bussy LGBT shit in every fucking movie. What about that? Anyway, he said, but to sum it up though, he said that you even find harm that where we draw the line is on something that would intentionally call for physical harm or other people or even remove protections. Well, I'm sure y'all got a lot of right-wing Republican rhetoric on YouTube or on Netflix that definitely calls for the taking of protections from black people. I'm sure of it. You got all this compassion now, son? Now this is the kicker right here, y'all. Have you spoken to Dave Chappelle since it went down? So now him and Dave is best friends, right? Now they asking, have you hollered at your nigga? You know, the one that you paid the money that you couldn't rein in, that you couldn't get to apologize. Have you hollered at that nigga? Have you hollered at him? They pressing this nigga. He said, I know he's been doing some covert dates over in Europe. So I've only touched base with him a few times. Like, yeah, I tried to reach out to that nigga and tell him what's what, but he ain't listening. He's not listening. Has the content of those conversations been all about the special or employees at Netflix? Damn, nigga. Do you want to know if I wipe my ass with motherfucking Sherman or goddamn Ultra? Like, what the, like, nigga? When do they press CEOs of companies like this? But they doing it. Cause somebody got to account for this nigga snapping out and not seeing no repercussions. Y'all wasn't able to cancel him. You wasn't able to snatch his shit off of him. The people's riding with him. Somebody has to answer for this. Oh, that was your nigga? Oh, yeah, that was your nigga. You gave him all the money. You gave him the money. You need to get your nigga together, dog. That's basically what they saying. Anyway, he says, no, I would generally say he was appreciative of supporting the show and his ability to do his act. No, sir. Nah, he wasn't. He was non-apologetic. He was like, I said what I said. I don't give a fuck. See how he tried to do that real quick? He was appreciative of me letting me do my show. He ain't do that. He ain't do none of that. You're lying, dog. Anyway, I want to bring, now look at this. Who the fuck is doing this interview? And they got the gas mashing on this nigga. I want to circle back and ask definitely, do you personally and does Netflix feel that The Closer does not amount to hate speech? Again? Circle back to it? Wait a minute. You didn't answer that shit right. See, we told you to get your nigga together. See, right? You obviously you couldn't do that. So we need to know, since you gave all that nigga that money, is this what you giving money to? One of these niggas doing this shit? He say, under the definition of does it intend to cause physical harm, I don't believe it falls into hate speech. Boom, 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 boom. Now guess what? Y'all want to know why this happened? This is the grand tee-hee-hee of this. This is what I mean by show y'all how to think. You know what happened when he said that? And why it happened? Why it happened is because Dave Chappelle stood on his motherfucking toes and said, I said what I said. Now, if he would have faltered or wiggled in any way, they would have crucified him. They would have took it off. They would have, because that would have been his end to check his ass. See, because they looking at him like, Nick, like, what you doing, cuz? You ain't got your niggas in check? You get this nigga 60 million and this is what 60 million get you? Oh, you a sucker. All his friends talking to him like, nigga, you's a sucker. You let this nigga talk like that on your shit, cuz? On your shit? Have a baby by your baby mama? Be staying in your crib when you in prison? Baby boy. He said, black comedian genre is tried and true. They are still trying to squeeze some money out of that and make it worth taking their side. Just Dave, and listen, like Professor Black Truth so eloquently said again, he say, yo, we can ride with him on this because it's on code, right? It's a black man standing on his nuts. That's on code. We got to get behind that because of the optics and because of what it is. That don't mean we with everything the nigga do, but you got to learn who rides, or you got to learn to ride with who supports the agenda. Because black first, y'all know, if y'all don't know what B1 means, B1 means putting the best interest of the group first, not the individual. What's best for the group. So that means if Lil Sly's X out here twinkling around with his little bussy all over the place, that's not good for the group. Make it stab wild everywhere. Good for the group. Makes the women look weak. It's over sexualized. Baby. All men are grown up children like the Amigos rolling around on fucking big wheels in the Taco Bell commercial. Makes you look weak. It's not good for the group. That's what B1 is. Putting black first. The reason why we always last because we ain't fucking putting us first. We might as well, you know what? We might as well be BL. That's what a lot of niggas is. Be losers and be last. Because everything that got to do with black is fucking last. But this is a fucking prime example of when you put that shit first, motherfuckers can't fuck with you. Okay, I went off on a little tangent, but B1, nigga. Anyway. For the walkout, he said, so he doubled back. He said, under definition, it was a hate speech. So the special will remain on the service? Look, that's like 3-4 digs. Like, so you sure? You sure you gonna keep it up after you gave the nigga 60 million? He said all that shit, you gonna... For the walkout tomorrow, there's a list of firm asks. Not demands, firm asks. From trans employees to rectify the situation. Where are you hearing them out? And is anything emerging as priority to address the pain of some of the employees, as you put it? Hey, this interviewer must be bussy too. This interview must be on the home team, cause he is riding hard, pressing this nigga about, you really gonna do that, dog? You really gonna put the LGBTQ out there, dog? You really gonna do that? I spent the last couple days listening to folks and sitting down with folks and about where they at and how they feel and what they'd like to see moving forward. I'm continuing to do that now. One of the things that I think is very important is that I want people to understand that it's going forward. It should be really clear that I'm supporting creators that work at Netflix. See, so now he tried to get his nuts back. You see that? You see that? He trying to get his nuts back. So he telling them like, listen, man, you done beat me up enough, okay? I don't have fucking control of this one. You gonna, it's fucking water under the bridge, man. We're gonna let bygones be bygones, bro. Okay? I ain't giving him no more money, but I'm not taking it off, man. It invites people to the special. I gotta keep the shit going, okay, bro? But come on, man. You guys are doing me, bro. Anyway, I'm continuing to do it. He said, I'm committed to continuing to increase representation on screen and behind. No, you're not. No, you're not. Let's look now. Well, I guess in their case, he is. But not for us, though. It seems like you replacing straight black man with bussy. So now he was saying, I'm about to pull up Netflix tomorrow in Hollywood. Perhaps I'll troll her a little. Hey man, you know what I'm saying? Put it. Hey, you got the pull up season. Look. This is what you gonna do. You gonna do this, right? Chill. Let me see. You gonna do that? Not that one. That one. You gonna pull up? You got to pull up there. He said, "Is there anything more specifically actionable from the list of requests, like call for a new trans or non-binary talent fund be created?" Oh my God. So not only did they pressing them, now they tapping the niggas' pockets. What you got on my LGBT 40, cuz? What? Damn, this nigga's getting the business over Dave Chappelle. I don't know. He said, see the buffoonery go down. Listen, this dude is getting the fucking business over Dave Chappelle. He's not. I know he doesn't like this. He's like, what the fuck is going on? What fucking Twilight Zone have I woke up in? He said, we have creative equity. He didn't already submit it. We have a creative equity fund that we've heavily invested in exactly the things that I believe that we're asking about. We have to continue to invest in numerous amounts of content dollars into LGBTQ stories. Just admitted it. There you go. They have invested enormous amounts of content dollars into LGBTQ plus stories for the world and giving them a global platform. See, Netflix, part of the game. Netflix, part of the game, part of the agenda. Just told you. Specifically trans and non-binary content as well. Well, there you go. If you had any, that's obviously continued strong, and I think we'll continue on that path. Go. It ain't stopping. Netflix is more and more bussified. Get more. Yeah, can you say any fun? Can you say black fun? For the traumas of all the bussiness and all the fucking stereotypes that you put out on this platform as well? Why you concerned about every fucking body? Are you concerned about all the fucking stereotypical dumb shit that's be on us? No. If it's going to be on long, I might am I still good? I might be talking that real shit. Talking that real shit. Here come the people. Y'all know what it is. Hold on, let me check the stream. Right, we still good. I got a little bit, but you know when I get to, when that real shit get to popping, they twiddly dee twit. You already know. Anyway, I ain't gonna hold you. Look, but basically, your boy got pressed out. Dave Chappelle pressed like a motherfucker. Cause had to answer the shit Dave Chappelle didn't even have. You know what? I smell a scandal. Part of Netflix's success story is his relationship with talent. Have you had feedback from your creators under overall deals, one-off projects, and any out of Netflix, but the creative community, blah blah blah. Okay, so he tried to end it with a little small question. But of course they don't care. No, they gonna keep the agendas. Well, guess what, y'all? I didn't really mean for this episode to go so long, but shit, sometimes you gotta break it down. All right, I'm gonna know they stuff with the shit when we do it. Love, peace, blessings, and aloha. But I'm about to jump on Patreon though. You be doing when I be talking that real shit. I'm out. I was talking too much real shit, y'all. Too much real shit. You talk real shit, they be trying to get that boy. You know what I'm saying? Get at me. Beat to the one, beat to the one.
All I wanna do is see you move it. All I wanna do is see
for real though.
All I wanna do is see you.
I say on the real though. My guy. I like God better. Like my boy, like I can't even bring myself to say that. My boy, like I just can't be calling him a man. This is why I appreciate you. I got that hoodie in the chat. I forgot the hoodie had came up in the chat. I gotta wait for my hoodie to come. I can't wait till my hoodie comes. You know it's gonna start acting right now, because I ain't talking about no real shit, right? amazing B every time. I'm telling you. Every time I get to spit in that real shit, every time, that's when the bullshit start happening. When I get to spit in that real shit, that unapologetic, man, like, share, subscribe. Y'all know what it is. See, the shit's over now, so now they want everything to be cool now. See? What you say? What you say? Let me get my ass out the way. What you say, mama? Oh, the music sound good, but when I speak, it's choppy. Yeah, I bet that's these demons, devils. You know, you come with the information. You know, I ain't got to cut the stream off too. Let's see how I act without the music on. Come on, YouTube, what do you got for me? I don't got to cut the stream off, cuz. You know what I'm saying? I rock this shit without no motherfucking music, cuz. I do this shit, dog. On my mama. Yeah, I refuse to be stopped. I appreciate